I'm dying. I have no idea how I've made it
Hello and welcome everyone to my journey to Everest Base Camp. This is without a shadow of a doubt the toughest mental challenge I've had to endure so far in my life. Physically, it was demanding for sure, although I felt pretty good for the majority of the trek.
Piece of cake, pal.
However, as the days went on and the altitude grew higher, what once was an easy, enjoyable jaunt through the Himalayas suddenly turned into an incredibly difficult stumble to the finish line, especially after the Nepalese cuisine decided to hit me, and hit me hard. But before we get to that, I'll let you sit back and enjoy the ride through my camera as we set off on day one. Thank you.
I'm a bit clueless.
After a quick meal in Lukla, and after what felt like forever at what I suppose was some kind of border control, they took our photographs and checked permits, that sort of thing. We were off and just began walking, really. There's not much I can say for a lot of this, to be honest. I'd like to keep the video quite raw so you can really experience it for what it is and just see it how I did. Coming up though was the first hurdle of the trip, and I naively didn't anticipate it. I'd have to get used to it though because it was the first of many.
Bouncy. Did you just get caught on that? Fuck mate, it's bouncy as. Right, whoever's doing that. I do not like this. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Do not like this. Fuck. Oh. Fuck, this is high. I didn't realise how high this was going to be. I do not like this, and I can't even hold the end because there's like barbed wire on it, bro. Whoa. I can't even look, man. I've got sunglasses on, so it's making it easier. I don't like going to rocks like that, man. Oh, man. Just keep walking, please. I don't like it.
And that's more or less it for day one. I don't know if that's a tad disappointing, to be honest. To be fair, we did land at well over 2,000 metres and a chunk of our group were already feeling the shortness of breath, so the first day I suppose is a bit more about acclimatization. Altitude sickness is no joke, and it's something that did begin to affect me towards the end of our trip, so taking it easy was very important.
I think I'll say I'm shattered approximately 20 times.
Day 2. Man, Spirits were high on this day. The sun was blazing and the legs had some shift ahead of them. But the goal was to reach the town of Namche Bazaar, which from what my guides told me is considered the last major settlement on the route to base camp. This is also where we would have a rest day with a small hike to a viewpoint for acclimation purposes. I didn't film much of my rest days unless there was a view, because it mostly just had me sitting there eating food, so not many interesting things happened. I really enjoyed this day though. The scenery was stunning and it was so interesting to walk alongside locals who are literally on their daily commute.
There's a guy coming through.
You'll see lots of clips of them on the same tracks we were on, carrying this tremendous load of weight on their backs, and admittedly they were doing it with a lot more ease.
Oh, nice one, man. That is bouffing.
C'est una fiesta, sí. La madame.
Base camp is in the middle.
La unión.
Sorry, brother.
Where's the camera then? Photo time. Of course you do.
Oh wait, he's got my Pringles.
Yeah?
Did you get on camera me saying he's got my Pringles?
Oh, I've got it now. No, don't throw it away.
No, he's gonna eat it.
But we want him to follow us.
No. Just leave him a little trail.
Bring him back here. Get him back over here.
Bring him back over here. Okay.
Aye. Come here, you.
Why are we doing this? You don't want him here. It's the whole
I
point.
want him to follow us. We have a friend along the way. Are you dead?
Let's see if the girls do good.
He's giving you like that side eye.
Nice.
Doggo. What are you doing? You're beautiful, pal. Look at you. You've had enough though. Alright? Smell it. Yeah, there we go. I really don't like it.
So I think it's also worth mentioning that I began this trek in mid to late September, and the season doesn't really begin until October. And the reason I'm telling you this is because not only are these bridges super sketchy, you can also be sharing them with a lot more people than I was. It's also not uncommon to be waiting to cross for up to half an hour due to the volume of cargo. After all, the majority of resources have to be transported on this track, whether it's on a donkey, yak, or on your own back. I was very lucky because technically I'm on the back end of wet season, so we had sunshine pretty much the whole time, but there was a good chance we would get a lot of rain and not a lot of views.
Look at this guy. Fuck that.
Thank you so very much.
Can I go through? Oh, hello. Say what you want to say to the world.
Honesty?
Yeah.
Honesty to the world?
Yeah.
So I have to be honest to the world.
Say absolutely anything you want right now and I would not care less.
So Jackson is a very nice guy.
I'm glad we've got this day to acclimatise though, because imagine we had to actually go up. What's this?
For the bag one.
Well,
Only one time we could see most of the time. Okay, so remember that one. Kusum.
welcome.
Yeah, neither covers is a bad idea.
I wasn't recording that, by the way. Help me. This is where the monastery is, I think. It's a fucking pile of rope. Oh, it is a footy pitch. Mate.
It was lying.
Oh, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was maybe just I don't know, what they were playing the other day. I thought it was a schoolyard. 3,000. Piece of cake, pal. You ever seen that video?
No.
I showed this at the key.
Get colon there.
I would actually just the first image.
What is this?
Get colon there.
It's not a chain anyway.
Kaya kukur aja.
It's a dog for sure.
It was actually like, I think if it works it out, it was like 120 odd grams of protein.
I'm shy, boy.
You don't need to be shy. You don't have to say anything to the camera today. I'm just filming the room, trying to get the real fucking... Get the view, mate. Get the view out of there. Wow. It's actually well nice out there. It's funny how different it is to anything I've ever seen before. Yeah, room. Gorgeous, mate. It's gorgeous. Now, with what's going to happen in the video next, I should probably explain a few things about yaks. As you may have noticed, yaks are commonly used to carry resources back and forth to the villages on the Everest Trail. They're deemed to be fairly docile and rarely attack humans according to Google. However, one thing Google does not take into consideration is that these yaks that I'm having to face have just come back from their lovely summer holidays in the grasslands, and they're super fresh, they're strong, and not particularly keen to get back to work. This means that when they come to head with a group of hikers like us, they're a wee bit grumpy and, to be honest, they fancy a charge.
Friday.
We're dead. Jamie, we're dead.
Oh man.
How'd you feel, Ben?
Man, yeah.
Another group that we met several times on the trail actually had one of their friends airlifted that same day after a yak had charged him and stabbed his leg with his horn.
Climb from the Tibet.
Just do it.
That's okay. Can I see it?
Yes, you can.
Where does it say?
Yeah, just see 19 and 20.
Oh, I'm stepping in He's gonna die. Fucking one then.
Day 6 was definitely my strongest day. Before I arrived in Nepal, I'd spent 3 days in bed in a 20-person hostel room in Bangkok with severe food poisoning. If it wasn't for the fact I had to fly to Kathmandu, I probably would have went to hospital as I was something like from The Walking Dead. At this point, my stomach had died down and I was able to eat properly again, but little did I know that my return to normality would be short-lived.
The land. Fucking squadron. You have to say, Ben. Jesus. Please don't do that again. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I love doing that. No one knows what to do and they just go. Beautiful. I was gonna put it in Brendan's face but he'll get pissed off. I wonder what's wrong with his leg. Yeah. I think he's just being dramatic so he gets food.
Probably.
I think
Walks
so.
up here, acting all sad.
Yeah, look, he's on it now. When he needs to, he walks on it, but when he wants food, he has a wee hop. It's full of shit.
Up until now, spirits were high and everyone was in pretty good form, to be honest. But the closer we got to 5,000 metres, the more that form dropped, and it became noticeable that a large percentage of this group were beginning to struggle. The two in particular were Brendan and Andrew, had both been strong hikers throughout, but that form was dipping. The altitude was getting to us, and those small issues and injuries that we were carrying were swiftly becoming big concerns, and we were going to need to pull ourselves together if we're making that final push to base camp. burnt as fuck. Dead, man. But it will do the job. Views from the window, non-existent. Time to lie down. That night was absolute hell. Whatever I'd eaten went straight through me, and the adjustment to the altitude was not going smoothly. I felt like I could barely take a breath. And I wasn't the only one. We awoke to the news that Brendan and Andrew were also in a bad way and were turning back. I was so gutted for them both, man, but also fearful as I believed I wouldn't be that far behind them. Truthfully, I didn't have the money to be airlifted and I hadn't come all this way to turn back. So malnourished, fatigued and barely able to lift my head, I trudged my way onwards to the finish line.